Jussie Smollett in custody and under arrest just minutes ago. Police released his mugshot. Here it is. In just a short time from now, he'll be in front of a judge for a bond hearing. Investigators say he is no victim and that his story is now unraveling.
What an idiot! Oh, what a loser! Good.
Supreme victory!
So as you all know by now, Jussie Smollett has been charged with the felony for falsifying a police report. And who could have saw that coming? You know, after the Wakandan brothers cooperated with the police, giving them the information, telling them, oh, they were paid to orchestrate the attack, and then the detectives found the evidence to back up those claims. Not only did Jussie fake the attack, he also faked this threatening letter that was sent to him before, you know, and then nobody kind of just took it seriously, because if you look at it, it looks like one of those stupid old ransom notes, and they're like, okay, what is this? This is dumb. And so this is the reason why he did this. And other people are speculating that he was doing stuff like this because he was going to get fired from the show, which is what I originally believed. People were saying he did this to kind of play up because nobody believed him with that first note that was sent. But now people are saying that he did this because he wasn't happy with his salary. So there's all this stuff that, you know, it just has to do with Jussie being unhappy and just wanting to make a big scene and go, look at me, now everybody's going to praise me and give me glory. It's like, okay, obviously this is what's gonna happen. There's no other outcome. Jussie Smollett's not gonna be let go. And it was kind of funny that people were still speculating and saying, I'm waiting for the facts. And I'm like, what other facts do you need? What other facts do you need, bro? But at the same time, I understand there were so many people that jumped the gun, and they've been jumping the gun recently. So it's kind of like, let me just shut my mouth, not say anything, and wait until there's 120% facts, and then I can actually say something. And then a lot of people were like, oh, I'm so disappointed that it didn't actually happen. And I'm like, whoa. No, you should be disappointed in Jussie, obviously, but you should actually be happy that it didn't happen, because it shows you that, hey, a hate crime that heinous didn't take place, and maybe things aren't as bad as I perceived them to be. So there you go, Jussie Smollett in all of his glory, and hopefully justice will be served and he will be convicted. I imagine the lawyers are gonna try to plead insanity or some kind of crazy crap like that, some stress of being a minority in America. But no, he needs the book thrown at him, and he needs to be fucked by the long dick of the law. But oh, maybe not so, because he would probably enjoy that. But I digress on that. Unlike Jussie, I have actually been assaulted a couple of times, and I want to share those stories with you because they're pretty interesting. Now this first story, I don't think I ever told anybody on the internet. I don't think I've ever explained this before, but I did mention it to the people at MythCon.
You may want to know that at one point he was jumped by 3 dudes for trying to break up a fight between 2 ladies.
So this was in 2009. I used to be in this band, this deathcore band called We Are The End. I quit the band around 2008, and then they got signed to Metal Blade Records in 2009, which was really chill. And then they went on a US tour, and the guitarist asked me to come on and tag along and sell some merch and just have some fun with them. The tour was really fun, but also disastrous, but it didn't get weird until I was in Florida. And I don't remember exactly which city it was in. It might have been Winter Park. I'm not 100% sure, since it was like 10 years ago almost. But what I was doing, I should have been inside probably like helping out and doing some stuff, but I was outside drinking with some of the locals. So I'm drunk and in flip-flops, and there's these 2 really chill girls that were just kind of hanging around me. And then these other 3 girls came over and started to isolate one of the girls, and then they started jumping her. They just started whooping her ass, and I didn't understand like why. I was like, what the hell's going on? So then I stepped in and broke it up. I'm just not a fan of group beatings. I'm a fan of fisticuffs, you know, one-on-one. I would never break on a one-on-one fight, but if people are getting jumped, it's like, dude, come on, man, stop being pussies. So once I broke it up and then everybody calmed down, all of a sudden some guy gets me in a headlock, and I'm thinking maybe it's one of the guys in the tour package, because I'm like, well, what the hell's going on? And then all of a sudden the dude like tosses me, and then I catch myself from falling on the floor, and I'm like, well, what the hell? I turn around, and then some other guy comes up and then punches me in the face. And then like, I'm still kind of like shocked, like what the hell is going on? And then he hits me again, and that's when it switches on. I'm like, oh, I guess I'm fighting. And then I had to kind of actually fight these guys, and then another guy came in, so then it was 3-on-1 again. So it turns out that people in Florida, at least in that city, are a bunch of pussies and like to fight and gang up on people, and they don't do one-on-one shit. The craziest thing is that I was wearing flip-flops, I was really drunk, and I had snake bites, and I don't understand how those 3 people couldn't have destroyed me. I somehow held my own, which I'm like, these guys, I either must be really good or these guys are the biggest pussies on earth, because how do you not beat the shit out of a drunk guy wearing flip-flops? So after a while they stopped, especially when a bunch of people started coming over. But it was really interesting because a lot of people on the tour package were like, oh, we're tough guys, we're all in the hardcore and stuff, and yeah, and then a lot of them just stood, they were just spectators, just watching, you know, just one person taking on 3 people, and I'm like, yeah, you guys are really fucking tough, you know, like you guys talk all that shit and then you don't do anything. Now I don't think anybody is obligated to jump in and fight or anything like that, but it's one of those situations is where if you talk about it, you gotta be about it, and all those dudes were all just talk, man, and that's one of the things I'm not about. I don't talk. I'm just like, if you want to fight, let's fight, otherwise shut the fuck up. Oh, and I don't know why they attacked me. I mean, they're Florida men, so I think that kind of covers it. Now let's jump to 2016. If you've been subscribed to me since 2016, you might be familiar with this story because a few of the news YouTubers covered it, like Scarce.
And for our next story today, we have one here from a YouTuber known as Some Black Guy. This guy has over 90,000 subscribers. He uploaded a video yesterday called I Got Attacked by a Thug Last Night.
This one was a little disappointing to me because it happened in my hometown, La Habra, that I lived in most of my life. You know, I've moved around a lot, but that's where I pretty much grew up. It was late November and I was getting ready to go to Greece because I was in a long distance relationship at that time. I'm always in a long distance relationship. And I just got back from shopping at Walmart. I just got a few things because I was just a few days out from leaving. So I got some yogurt and just a few little things that I needed to sustain me for the few days that I was going to be staying at my friend's apartment. So it was around 11ish at night, and then I see a cholo walking, and I think nothing of it because cholos are like pretty much cats, you know, and we're from my area. They're everywhere. You don't think anything about them, and some of them are really adorable. So this guy walks up to me and he asked me for a lighter. And I'm a nice guy. I'm like, yeah, dude. I walked back up to my truck, gave him a lighter and told him to keep it. And then he asked me, can I use your phone? And then obviously I'm not gonna let this dude or anybody, especially at 11 at night, use my phone. So I told him, sorry bro, it's dead. And then that's when he started kind of mumbling, looking like down and like this, put his hands in his pocket, and I was like, okay, what the hell is this guy gonna do? And that's when he proceeded to sucker punch me and tagged me in the chin. Totally caught me off guard, and it kind of caught him off guard too, because I'm assuming he meant to knock me out so he can mug me, because then he looked very surprised. And then so that's when my brain went into fight or flight mode. And unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, but it was one of those things that I chose flight because he's a cholo. And then for some reason my brain immediately went to, oh, he's probably strapped, he probably has a knife or a gun. So then there's the apartment, the stairs to the apartment were just not that far from me. So I ran up the stairs and I was kind of like, okay, if this guy comes up the stairs, I'm going to Spartan kick him down and probably break his neck. You know, but the thing is, once he started chasing me, he just kind of walked away once I went upstairs, and he was just talking shit downstairs. And I'm like, okay, I guess this is over. And you know, in hindsight, examining the situation, I was like, of course he didn't have a weapon. Like, he would have used it on me from the get-go. But you know, you're not thinking about that in the moment, especially when you're faced with a gangster, you know, a fucking cholo. So a lot of people are like, oh, I would have beat the shit out of him. And I'm like, yeah, I kind of wish I did. And I was very, very like vengeful. I was like, you, that son of a bitch, I can't believe he did that. The yogurt exploded on my shirt, so it ruined my shirt, ruined my yogurt. And then I hit up my homie that I was staying with, and he wanted to like hunt him down, but I was like, it's all right. I filed a police report because I wanted that guy caught, you know. First time I've ever called the police in my lifetime. Never needed to call the police before, but this time I'm just like, I just did it because not that I felt scared or anything, but because I wanted that guy to be put in jail. I was like, fuck this guy. How dare you? This is my hometown, man. This is my area. I live here. The police showed up fairly quickly. You know, they were pretty diligent. They did their job. They got all the information. And then when I was in Greece, I got an email from the detective saying they think they got the guy. Like, could I come in for you know, to see if it's the guy? And I was like, I'm in Greece, bro. Like, I literally forgot about that night just a few days like after it happened. You don't even think about it anymore because it was definitely an isolated incident, and I didn't think anything of it, and I didn't try to blow it up. But obviously, since I'm a YouTuber, I talked about it, and then that's as far as it went. Other than having little schoolyard brawls, that nothing else has happened to me. I almost got into a fight with some neo-Nazis when I was 16 years old in downtown Brea. If you guys know where the Improv is, I was around there, but nothing happened. It was diffused. The guys were chumps. They didn't actually want to fight. They just wanted to talk, did their Nazi salutes, and walked away. And that's it. Nothing else has happened to me. Everything else has been pretty chill. And I think that's a pretty clean record. You know, a pretty clean record. I know a bunch of people that just were constantly in trouble, constantly getting in battles, constantly getting shot at. Some people I know have been killed. You know, I've been a good boy for the most part. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this story. And if you guys have any assault stories, if you guys, I don't want to hear about you guys assaulting people unless you were defending yourself. But let me know if you guys have any stories of you getting jumped. You know, if you have more credible stories than Jussie Smollett. Let's throw some real shit in the comment section. And thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. I appreciate all the new people that have been subscribing. Make sure you like this video. I want to give a shout out to my mega sexy patrons and other people that have been supporting me through Subscribestar, PayPal, buying my merch. You guys are the absolute best. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day and don't get jumped and stay warm.